Hey, Gab, what's up? Got some big news today. Deep Dark Cocoa, what's happening? Prince Money, what up? Constance Nugent Miller. I'm coming with it, baby. Media One, what's happening? Any word on London? Listen, I know about that video. I'm about to jump in that video about the girl that was caught, but I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna talk a little bit about that because I got a theory about that. Hey guys, what's up? Tony, I done called your phone like 50 times. You better get on here and call your husband when this is over with. I'm sitting here thinking something happened to you. What's up, y'all? Same folks. What's up? Bucket the trucker. That's new. What's up? What's up? Tony must still be getting her hair done anyway. As long as she don't come home with the Jiffy Pop on, I ain't got no problem with lipstick. Oh, yeah. In fact, you did say you was going to the eye doctor. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. All right, guys, listen. We're going to jump right into this. This Saturday. I ain't going to keep y'all on here for long. Yesterday, I left court early. The weather was really bad. And, you know, I'm driving with family, Tyre Nichols. So when they leave, I leave. Yesterday, I didn't know this. Unbeknownst to me, I found this out this morning. Tadarius Bean's lawyer, John Perry, they rested yesterday. So they rested their case and they're waiting for the jury. Just them. Now, the other two lawyers today were going. I got dressed to go to court. Now, it's Saturday. They had Saturday court out here. I got dressed to go to court. Went over to Tyre Nichols' family's house, and then we were called by somebody at the court giving us what's going to happen today because they was going to do like a half a day session. Come to find out, this is what happened. Because one lawyer had already rested yesterday, right? Tadarius Bean's lawyer rested yesterday. I heard them on speakerphone. They said the itinerary to us of what's going to happen in court. First part of this morning, they was going to have more of those, use of force experts to come up there and just talk about a bunch of stuff. And they were to keep showing the video constantly, over the use of force. Because if you look at it right now, they're focusing on the second stop and whether or not this is what I got from it. They're focusing on that second stop and whether or not Demetrius Haley kicked Tyre Nichols in the face or on the arm. He said he kicked him in the arm, but I know he kicked him in the face. We seen the shit and they showed it in the court. And the thing that's crazy is when they show this on the court and you can see it, they never point it out right then and there. They just show it and then don't say anything. But that's just, how it is. So we got one lawyer out of the three rested. Tadarius Bean, his case is rested. Now we got the other two lawyers, right? One for Haley, one for, Justin Smith. Now check this out. Reason why we didn't wind up going to court is because the family's not going to watch the video. They're going to be in a room all day because they're showing the video and focusing on that. So I'd have been the only one in the courtroom, from representing the family side. Second of all, in the afternoon, the jury took a field trip to go to the scene of both crimes. You know what I'm saying? Castlegate, which was the second stop, and Rawls Road was the first stop where he was pulled out the car. They're going to go and look at both of them, look at the distance he ran. And I'm going to tell you something. Once they seen how far he ran and that little bit of time, they know he was scared and running for his life. You know what I'm saying? Because I went over there and when we first started coming to the store and I came to Memphis, I went and showed the distance of how far he ran and how many seconds it take by car. And that thing was like a full mile. So in a few minutes, he ran a few miles. I mean, he ran a mile. That shows he was terrified. Now, I'm going to tell you something. What I found out today, after they came back from this said field trip, because if you was watching the live stream, a lot of it was showing a lot of deliberations where they were talking and stuff, this and that. Now, all of the lawyers, from what I just got a phone call right now, all of the lawyers have rested their case. So they're going to talk to the jury and they're going to go in deliberation on Monday. So I heard, because none of us are there. This is what they're telling us. So once this is done, we might have a verdict by the afternoon, guys. Because I'm going to tell you something. The deliberations on this is not going to be long. These people want to go home. They're exhausted. They've been dragged through the mud with the one lawyer with the damn laptop. Everybody breathing, don't want to deal with it. These people want to go home too. And this thing right here is open and shut. And it's certain things I want to talk about, but I don't want to talk about them right now until they go into deliberations and after they come out of deliberations. Now, I'm not saying I got a voice where I could alter the case or nothing like that. So don't get it wrong. But what I want to say, I want to see if it happens first, and then I'll say it because I don't I'm gonna be honest with you. Fuck it, fuck it, I'm gonna leave it alone. I ain't gonna say nothing. But that's what happened today. And I feel really good about the case and the chance of all three of these people getting convicted of something. You know what I'm saying? And they use the same strategy they used in the feds, each one scrambling for their client, saying who hit who, and one stood there, did they administer aid, why they didn't, passing the buck, so on and so forth. This is what it is, guys. But I mean, I do know the man should still be here, and it's just a mess. Because I'm going to tell you something, I'll show you how funny the justice system is, right? Think about this. If Tyre Nichols survived that, right? Do you know how many charges he would have got slapped on him? And he didn't do anything. They would have eventually got dropped, but he would have wound up going to jail and been stuck in the system until they figured out they was going to let him out and examine his whole situation. And he didn't do anything because he ran when he was getting the shit beat out of him. And he ran for his life. That right there is a charge of what? Fleeing police. Of course, they couldn't get the handcuffs on him because they was too busy kicking his ass. He was putting his hands up trying to save himself. What is that? Resisting arrest. It's a bunch of BS with this. It's like now common sense doesn't even exist no more. They were making a big thing about him running. How many of you would have stayed there and got your ass beat by people that are in uniform in chaotic balance, in a chaotic balance when they supposed to have law and order when they pull you over? They never searched him. Do y'all know that? They never searched him. They just got the fucking him up as soon as he got out the car. And all because they wanted to pick somebody and they picked him. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. This could have been anybody. Anybody. They already had a plan of what they were going to do. Do you know they showed when Emmett Martin was the one that followed him? This was the cars behind Tyre Nichols, in case y'all didn't hear it in court. Hempfield told the whole thing. Said Emmett Martin called it in. Emmett Martin's behind Tyre Nichols. Says Hempfield said he was behind Emmett Martin. Haley was in the third car behind them. They showed the body cam of Emmett Martin, right? You could see when he flicked his lights on, he flicked his lights on for 31 seconds. Then turned them back off and just was following behind him. Oh, he's running with the lights off. Never kept the lights on. Turned them on for 30 seconds. Got up on him, cut the shits off. Oh, he's running. Come on, man. Come on. And all of them as officers was getting pressured to make arrests. Because I'm going to tell you something, man. You look at this whole thing for what it is, man. This is bullshit. And it's basic human, I'm going to say human nature. And what I mean by that is this. Human nature dictates that if a human is doing something and you don't stop them or give them definite rules to follow and the penalty of what happened if they don't follow said rules, you're not going to get no order. They gave these guys cars that are unmarked. They allowed them to wear hoodies, baseball caps that are out of uniform code, hats like this, looking like street thugs. All they got to do is have a vest on that say police or a t-shirt. They targeted, and they said this is what they said. They were out there trying to look for guns, drugs, money. You know what I'm saying? And this is what they targeted. People standing outside of stores. Anybody that breaks a minor traffic infraction that allows you to light them up. They call it blue lighting because they got blue lights out here. You could blue light them. All of those people. Cars that had messed up registrations. Stuff like this. Basically, if you were standing outside of a store, this is why they got so many cases against them, because they was just running up on anybody they looked at less than in hood ass areas, which is a lot over Memphis, all over Memphis. You can go anywhere and people be hanging outside the store. Nobody was safe. And they said they moved every damn day to different areas and just caused problems. Their body cameras only come on when they turn them on. Are you kidding me? So regular police officers, they don't have the same thing regular police officers have. Then on top of that, their body cams don't come on unless they push them on, and they can turn them off at will. They got unmarked cars. They doing all of this fraudulent shit, And then they beating people's ass, and people so scared because they don't believe in the justice system anyway that they getting away with it. That's why they were so emboldened and snatching this guy out the car and kicking his ass. That's unacceptable. The thing that moved me with this whole damn situation, I don't feel nothing for none of them. You know, just like they say, you could be a good person, but you could do a bad thing. But this right here, regardless of the training or whatever, this is something you don't do to another human being. Like I said myself, I don't give a damn how cool I am with somebody. If I'm out there and they was beating on that man like that, I'd have threw my body on them. If I couldn't, because I'm big dudes, I'd have did something because I already know this is not what we trained to do. I seen other police get fucked up in other states. I'm not going for this, and I'm trying to protect y'all and this man. None of them did that. I want you to think about something. I was talking about this today in the car. Remember they had his arms like this? This is why I ain't feeling that they can't handcuff him shit. They had his arms like this. Remember he was like knocked the hell out after Emmett Martin hit him and his legs was all bent up and he was just hanging by his arms and they was acting like they couldn't get him? You had 4 officers there. All one had to do was throw the handcuff on his arm while they was holding it and then pull the other arm while he was like half knocked out and put the other one on. I don't want to hear none of that damn shit. I don't want to hear none of it. I don't. And what's fucked up is the American justice system let these motherfuckers go in there and play hopscotch for 6 fucking days about whether they were pepper sprayed too. He got the pepper spray in his eyes with his eyes open. They got the dust cloud and they was all bewildered, but he was on drugs and they wasn't. They was allowed to kill him. They killed him so the pepper spray blinded them, but as blind men, they killed this one man that was super strong. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Dude said, I said he broke me shot. Yeah, they broke my shit. It's all good, man. Shout out Memphis. Damn. That was my welcome. That was my welcome to Memphis. They had to let me know it was real. I knew it was real out here. But man, come on, man. This shit right here is common sense, man. That's the thing. They let the justice system do this thing where they dance around and shit. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. For real. And I'm going to tell y'all this. Do not be surprised. This is what I was saying. I was going to hold off, but I'm just going to say it now. Do not be surprised if all 3 of them do not get the murder charge. You heard what I said? Be surprised if only one of them get it and 2 of them don't. Because you can see it. Watching it, you can see what they're trying to prove. Because remember, the kidnapping charge, and that charge we kidnapping too. The kidnapping charge initially was at the first stage when they threw him to the ground and pulled him out the car when he wasn't doing nothing. That was the kidnapping charge, but they added to this. So that was from the first stop. Haley was at the first stop, but all 3 of them are charged because they being rung up all together. Don't be surprised if all 3 of them do not get the murder charge. I'm just thinking about that. Now I ain't heard nothing, but I'm just the way the court is, and I'm reporting from inside the room and what they're doing. No, they all going to go to jail. But don't be surprised if all 3 of them don't get the murder charge. Because remember, the kicks and the punches is what killed him. And Haley and what's his name is the ones that did the most damage to him. And Martin, especially Martin. What he did was fucked up. And I just feel good. Like I told, Rodney Wells today, me and him hung out. And this was an honor to just be a part of this. Because this, me in my opinion, was the worst police beating I've ever seen on TV, probably in the history of America, that I've seen. And for me, them to allow me to be a part of it, to report to you guys and give you insight and just, from a standpoint of seeing what they're going through as people and stuff, it changes your perspective a lot about things that are out here. Another thing I'm going to bring up before I leave out of here, they brought up this stuff with the mushrooms. He had mushrooms on them stuff. It was a wrapper that was in his trunk. So it wasn't even, who would have drugs? A personal size use of drugs. That's like me taking a pack of cigarettes. I'm a smoker and had a cigarettes buried in the back under the damn thing, knowing I smoke cigarettes. It makes no goddamn sense. Carl Major, this is worse than Rodney King to me. Because Rodney King, when we seen that, we wasn't seeing stuff like this. Police was knuckling people down, and we heard about it. Rodney King was bad, but it was far away. Remember, they showed the Rodney King shit. That shit was far away, and it made people mad. You know what I'm saying? But this was up close. You heard a man screaming. You heard a man saying stop. You heard them beat a man, you know, till his brains were scrambled and he was suffering, and they watched him. And then today in court, this is what they did. And I wasn't there, but I went back and watched the live. They played the end part and let it run. How they was talking about how they fucked him up and how they was laughing and all this stuff about how they beat his ass. They played that at the end. After that, they all rest. So Monday, they're going to do whatever closing argument. I mean, they're going to do closing arguments, and they're going to instruct the jury. Might have a verdict Monday. I don't think the deliberation is going to go past 4 hours. I don't, y'all. So Tuesday at the most, we'll have a verdict. Either way, I'm going to be down there, and I'm going to be giving y'all the info. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you guys. Sorry I didn't do this at 7 o'clock. But, you know, it's early. I'm in the room. I'll be stuck in the room till Monday. So, you know what that means. We can drop some crazy videos. I'll be able to catch up with my videos during the day. I got a lot that's backed up I'm going to do. So, I'll start that probably tonight. But I appreciate each and every one of you guys, man, for real. You know what I'm saying? And some of you guys had gave to the PayPal to GoFundMe to extend my stay out here. This is all this information. This is y'all. This is not me. So give yourselves a shout out, man. I appreciate you, DRC family. I'll see you a little bit later. I'll drop some videos, and I'll see you on Monday in the thing. So, but we be dropping videos though. So, all right, guys, you guys be good. Take care. Thank you so much for tuning in.